Adapte. Okay. Looks good, looks good. Hi guys, so I've got I'm going to make a series out of this big project. Big boy project. Big boy project. So today I'm going to mostly work on the trenches and talk a little bit about the whole layout, and I thought myself about a little story. A little, kind of story. A little story. God, the flat looks horrible today. I seriously have to change it. Like, that's the new AA guns we're going with. And that's a big turret. But anyway, so today I'm going to work on the trenches. The trenches. The trenches. Yes, the trenches. I don't know how many times I should repeat that. But we are working on the trenches and the bunker. So the main thing's going to be over there. We're just going to build here, finish that part, that end, that side. And then we're going to move all the way over here. And we're going to go on and finish this. You can also take in the size of this project, which, let me tell you, isn't small. It isn't small at all. So yeah, you can see it's relatively big. It's a relatively big project that I'm working on. So let's get started, I guess. So first things, the trenches. This year I'm still also going to work on. That's my explosions. Yeah, so kind of like that. We're just going to now keep going. So first we have to concentrate on the floor. So first let's do the sides. It takes a real long time. The point is, why my projects take so long? Because I build them by hand. I'm not exactly a professional when it comes to world editing. In fact, I don't like editing at all. I do mostly everything by hand because I like it that way. Don't call me old star, however, because it's just how I like it, really. I like it like that. It's just something that it's just my style of building, I guess. It takes long, but it looks relatively okay, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so we're going to copy this steep concrete type wall. So yeah, and we also want to make sure it looks perfectly balanced. That's what I was trying to do. So I would take the half slabs just to give it a little bit more of a relatively geometrical look. Now the thing is, when people are going to visit this build, when I'm finished with it, is that you can't visit the empty spaces. So you're seeing these empty spaces, you won't see them anymore. Once this build is finished, you won't see them anymore. So yeah, you won't. Yeah, so main thing here is literally just the whole thing. The whole setup of this is already slowly starting to move in, and during this time when I was building this, I was kind of already starting to think about a little story. I'm already thinking about the story right now while I'm building this very steep wall, because the thing is, this is kind of a D-Day, isn't it? So why not have a little story that hangs with it, like a military something? So I'll go over the whole story of what's happening probably in the end of the video, and so later on a bit, and also like once this build is finished, then we're just going to look at it. But so yeah, so the main first we're going to talk about the layout of the bunkers and what I've got in store for this build. So first up, I'd say kind of obvious that the water's over there. You can see it in the corner. So there's the water. It will probably have more submarine ships, stuff like that. And then it's got like the beach, and it's got like the bunkers, the forts, and you know the shoreline installations. I'm right now trying to copy this because like I think what you could say is expressing that war is kind of dull, but like anyways. So main idea, we have big part which is the sea, where there's some naval there is some naval conflict, just trying to get those landing crafts to even get to the the beach. And after that come the forts and the onshore installations with the anti-aircraft guns and all that. You can see it. And then it's like after that it's mainly just like it's a wide strip of land. There will be a village surrounded by a forest, also forests. And yeah, so you just give it some forest, and after that really it just comes down to like a tank battle in a forest. But that I'll explain later when I go into lore details, because I feel like stories, little story. Because I find if you can give your build a story, kind of that when you give the build a story, that it becomes like a nice story. So stories are always kind of like nice if you want to get like a build going. It's always nice to like think of a story and you know how to build it. And that's what's kind of happening here. Ignore that. And I'm not going to censor it out because I can't. Yeah, but anyway, so main installation of forts was not that hard. My main palette is always stone, concrete, stone slabs. In this case, I don't have the choice of stone slabs, considering that the server's 1.13 and therefore I can't do it. Yes, so the smooth stone is going to like replicate like the shielding for the gun. So the gun sits in like a bunker casing, but this gun has to turn, and there's like a little bearing around it or something like that. It's like a little like shield that moves with the gun, and therefore then it fits with the gun. The floor is made of stone, just to like give it like a different texture to the bunker. It's my thought process. This is what I made a big mistake. I just noticed. I shouldn't have put stone there. You'll soon see why I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, but we finish off the shielding for the gun. Put the stabs there and there. Smooth stone here and there. And here and there and there and there and there. God, misplacing myself. And then we look at the gun itself. So I'm going to quickly go back here. See the gun. Very nice gun. I'm going to search from the blocks. they're good. Okay, as you can see, I noticed straight away that I shouldn't have put it there. God. Stone. It's done. Yeah, I have to repair this because it doesn't look correct. Even though I should have kept it actually, because considering there was rock, you know, a big rock there. So anyways, you see now, that was the mistake. I shouldn't have put it there. So let's exchange it. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, actually, I noticed something. It's kind of like, you'll see it soon, but like, the loading breach. Yep, there's the mistake. The loading breach should have been lower. It's my fault, I should have noticed that. But anyways, I'm going to correct that next video. Or next video of the series, I guess. Yeah, it's me. I don't like it. I don't like it personally for what, you know, this thing that keeps going up the wall kind of thing. It annoys me. It annoys me. It annoys me. I'm trying to figure it out right now. It's just so hard. And God, please, 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 please. And it didn't change a bit. That's not great. I'm not happy with it. I'm going to change that one later on, hopefully, when the mechanic gets finally sorted. But yeah, it resembles exactly the same thing as the other one. Of course, copying things is boring, and people are probably going to go, oh, you could have copied it, but like, nah, not copying it. Not copying it at all. This is a conflict, there's a conflict right now of me like boarding up the behind or thinking of adding like an AA mount. You'll see soon that I just reopen it again because I decided, yes, we need an AA mount because it is relatively far away from the other bunker and the anti-aircraft mount. In fact, I'm thinking of putting like little deep air, like lowering the floor a bit and then putting AA mounts there. Yes, so here you can see the slabs. And I'm going to do this with the other side. We're going to do this with the other side to get it perfectly matched up. And remember, this is not like normal trenches you see during World War One and World War Two, maybe, if they have like, but like, this one is made out of concrete, but it's also like a Ford installation, I guess, like that. And the only thing that really should like look as if it was made of sticks is really the floor, but that's also kind of like design choice. And I do have to tell here that this isn't trying to replicate D-Day exactly. It is supposed to partially replicate D-Day, but not fully. Not fully. Since if I were to replicate D-Day, this would have more historical errors than I could count. So do not take this as historically accurate, because this isn't. Because nobody mounted Bismarck guns onto a fort installation. That I can tell you. See, you saw the floorboard? Yes, here, the floor. You can see the wood part. That's the wood part. And here I'm going to like change it into like the steep part again. It's me right left searching for, yeah, smooth sandstone. I use smooth sandstone because I can't be bothered like using sand. It's relatively complicated. However, I might like, you know, change it a bit to give it more of a texture. But that comes later, I think. That will come later once I'm like really happy with everything. And then we come to like the polish. And if you are new to my channel, it would be kind of great right now if you could like, if you finish this video, could you go to my other video where I ask for help, because like, or you can, I might drop actually the Discord link down here, but like, go to my other video if there's no Discord link down here, down in the description I mean, because I need help doing this, because as you can see, this is not exactly the most efficient, and honestly I'm not the greatest builder. Like, I mean, I look at other people and go, he's much better than me, or she's much better than me, or they are much better than I am. And, you know, there are stuff that I cannot do so well because I'm stupid. Anyways, but they're like things that I'd like need help with. Oh, if you're thinking I'm going to patch it up the side, I'm not. I'm not. This is just like going to be like, so I think like if you come from the side of the plot, you kind of look at it. I might actually put mine down there. Like put a little iron mine or something like that, like a little Easter egg. Actually not Easter egg, because it's not that well hidden. Considering it's like a side perspective, like you cutting into earth and then seeing what's happening from the side. But anyways, I'm rushing back there because I noticed that I haven't finished it and I want to finish it. So let's finish this. And then let me finally be finished with this side. I don't know what to see again. Anyways, you can see this is black because, I don't know, when you look at most dioramas, they like paint the sides black. So I decided this is kind of going to be a diorama-ish, sort of. Just that you can interact with it more, I hope. I don't know, I might actually like, you know, give everybody like rights to flick lever and rights to not flick lever, but no rights to like break blocks or something like that. That would be actually cool if you could do that. However, I have to still figure it out, so till then you'll have to wait. Anyways, I'm rushing over here. And now will come the hard part, the real hard part. Over there is like Euros, that's where I came from. I'm kind of planning like over, this is the part where I'm already thinking about it. But like, this is kind of like already slowly where the idea is coming to fruition. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the story, the background a bit. So my thought process here was that you saw the landing craft. There are relatively little landing craft, which isn't wrong because there was, and there probably will be, because it's a decoy from the actual attack, which is happening in this area of the build. So it's like a bit further from where the decoy is, and then it's like, here's the main attack with like probably more aeroplanes and stuff. Don't blame me if there are jets. Do not blame me. We do not take historical accuracy in this area very seriously. We just want to like have a nice scene. But like, anyways, so this is where the actual battle is happening. And later on in the Kommandozentrale of the main seat of the attack, or the defense of the bunkers. Earlier there was a bunker, and I'm going to go to it again, I'll tell you when, but like, there's like the main seat of the attack, the defense group, who are defending the beaches, of course. And they've got like a little board where they've got like what's happening, and then there's like going to be stuff that's going to like say which direction everything's coming from. Because I'm going to put sticks you know, when I think a war room or something like that, and you always have those people who've got like these sticks with like things, and then like they move according to what, like, you know, the officers and admirals and stuff like that, what they're doing, and you know, and they keep moving them, and then the main center of it all will go like, you move to that place and you move to that place. So that's where that's what's going to show, kind of. But anyways, back to the stories. So one side there's a decoy joined by battleships, and fact is, one side there's battleship, but a decoy. Probably gonna ask me now, why the hell do you put a decoy where there's a battleship? Wouldn't it be more sensible to put battleship where the main attack is starting? Well, in my logic, I would see it more useful if you said, yeah, we're gonna put something really, really like strong in front and behind the weak, so it looks like that is the actual attack. But send the less strong looking but more tactically advanced, the ones with more tactical advantage, on with the main attack. So I'm probably going to send like a cruiser or so. I'm going to build a cruiser and I'm going to put it on that side, and then it's going to be like, look at that, and then it's like, so one side we've got decoy and battleship. And I'm probably going to like build tanks like further in. Like, no, like tanks coming down the beach trying to like defend the beach. But then there's going to be, on this side, there's going to be like tanks rolling into the village. They're rolling into the village, and then from the other side, there are tanks trying to defend the village. They're coming from like, so they're coming like, if I'm looking to north right now not anymore, but like, if you say, now, like that kind of north-ish, then you could say then the defenders are coming from the north, and the attackers are coming from southwestern-ish. So like, one's coming from the northeast, the other one's coming from the southwest. And then it's going to be like, they're going to have battle in the village, and the defenders trying to repel everything. Now, on the one side, the trenches are probably going to be overrun, obviously, because there was no big defences to stop them, because everything was concentrated in one side. But, and the whole thing is then, so like, the one side's then hardly defended. Like, the whole place was hardly defended. But out of the forest, further away, like behind the village, there will be like tanks coming out. Because the thing was, they did attack. But would the tank divisions have attacked earlier? They wouldn't have stood a chance, because they would have been probably rushing into the decoy. And then everything would have set, they would have been trapped, everything would have been over. But like, they are late because due to like, you know, what happens normally in wars, supply line issues and failures, breakdowns, traps, lots of other stuff. But like, anyways, these like failures and problems and lots of other stuff, they kind of make it that like the panzer divisions come later than expected, so that when they are trying to already move over, that the tanks are fresh, they are ready. The tanks which came in, they aren't ready anymore. They're like relatively worn down. Now that doesn't mean they will lose the battle. That's just what they are. They are worn down. They got fired on by shells from bunkers and defending tanks, which may have not been strong enough, but may have landed lucky shots enough to like majorly or severely damage some of them, and others relatively damaged. So do not underestimate it. But like anyways, so they come in, the whole thing is already kind of nearly decided, and the attack is like, it's going on now because like new tanks are there from the defending line. And I think a lot of people will know that like to defend you need less than to attack, because normally you prepare the land for defense. Like you kind of prepared it for defense, you know, okay, they're going to probably come, now we're ready for that. And then you like installate forts and defenses in the village and everywhere else. You're like, okay, they may have a disadvantage because they weren't prepared for the late coming, so they couldn't like kind of prepare something like that. But I'm not sure, so yeah, that's the main story really. It's just like there's a decoy that comes with a battleship. They go, oh no, there's a battleship and the landing craft. They have no idea it's a decoy. And they go, oh no, let's quickly rush there and stop them. And the little group that's still left behind on the other side suddenly gets overwhelmed by massive, massive tanks. And they're going, ouch, and ouch, and it hurts, and you know, there's a defeat, of course. And so, what they do is they lose, obviously. So they lose the battle, all the tanks get destroyed, but then the backup force is coming out of the forests, just like I did. But like they're coming out of the forests, and they are going to like rush in. They're going to rush in and save the day, I guess. I don't know. It's a guess, because you know battles can go any way. I mean, we saw that like Germany was winning first half of the war, and the second half they totally messed up. Like they lost. Japanese attacked America. Everything went well until they messed up in Midway. So you can see battles can go any way. You could literally have to be the person with the advantage and win, or the one with the advantage but lose, or the one with the disadvantage lose, or the one with the disadvantage and win. So it's like it can go anyway. It can go anyway. As long as you can change the tide of battle, of course. Anyways, so that's the main thing. And otherwise, yeah, mostly that will pretty much be the story wrapped up, yeah. Yeah, that will be probably the story. Still maybe got to go deeper in the lore, however, but hey, who cares? We've got a high command building. That's all we really need. Anyways, back to the build. God, recording this is a pain. It's like your voice dries up. It's annoying. So, trenches. Main thing, we have to go on and do the trenches. Now, the reason why these trenches have got relatively like steep walls is because that's just like how it is. And there was a weak spot on the side that I finished off, and there will be a weak side, like there will be like steep wall, so it will be like steep wall, then like a sand pile that goes up to the wall so tanks can drive down to like defend. And that's where the decoy is going to be. And then there's going to be steep wall, steep wall, steep wall, steep wall, bunker, steep wall, steep wall, steep wall, bunker, steep wall, steep wall, steep wall, bunker, and then steep wall, steep wall, steep wall, bunker, and then like a big like long pile of sand that goes up to the bunker, and then it's going to be like tanks driving up that pile of sand. They're heading in the village. Yeah, so I'm going to probably, like, in the grass area, I'm going to have a village. And then after that, I'm going to, like, sort out more stuff. So, like, it's going to be a village. Then there's going to be streets, obviously, houses. Trenches should have houses. Yeah, trenches should have. Trenches should have. God, this is so hard to say. But the trenches should be like have soldiers on them. So like, soldiers will be like probably where like the trenches in the bunkers. So if you visit it, you'll probably see soldiers once it's finished, obviously. But anyways, so main thing gonna be, first my thing started with building beach and the sea. I was thinking D-Day, no problem. I then got carried away building a battleship, still not finished. And then I went on, one of my friends who's also here on YouTube, I'm probably going to link to him down in the description, but like, anyway, so like, you know, we both like were doing this project, and then I built it, I was doing the project by myself now, lol. But anyways, so like, this thing is like, he built landing craft. After that, I was building on my battleship for a while, you know, doing the guns, doing the citadel. Citadel's where the most important stuff is. I decided to put 4 nuclear reactors into it. Not real modded reactors or anything like that. No, I'm just like water tanks with like fences that move in and move out. You know, like these control rods in normal nuclear reactors. And anyways, and then I was like moving on, filling the magazine rooms, doing all that kind of stuff. Then I started moving on to like building the trenches, like the trench, the fortifications. The AA gun was new, so that 4-gunned AA gun, that was like new. I was trying to recreate one of those German flak guns, you know, those that got 4 guns, those. But anyways, the whole building process till now was just like that. Then I had enough coins to purchase another mega plot, so I purchased one directly behind the bunker and the onshore installations. And then I decided to, you know, build a village after these installations. And before I invented the story, I had no idea how to, like, you know, incorporate the village and the onshore installations if the installation was still being fought, because I wanted kind of like a tank battle, but also still kind of like a defending the shore, but also like, oops, looks like the shore got overrun. So the story kind of fits it all, I guess, because like the decoy is still getting beaten, but like there's also like the main attack which got through. And after that, really, it's just like, so the installations, so half of the installations get beaten, the other half doesn't. Then the enemies, or the good people, depends which side you are on, like, lose or win. The thing is, Nobody can frame you if you choose sides here, because we're not recreating, D-Day. So you can choose both sides and it wouldn't matter. Because it is kind of fictional, but also based partially on reality. But still kind of fictional, but also mainly based on reality. Yeah, here I'm still trying to look at it going, because I'm going to build another, like, one of these bunkers that's relatively far out in the beach. And here comes the most annoying and stressful thing. Because I noticed there's a hole there. Not really cool. So now I've got to build this, so let's keep going. This will be exhausting. And here we are going to now start working on filling up these gaps. I world edited these because I'm not going to do terrain. Rough terrain I'm fine with doing world edit, because like there's hardly any heart going into like roughly making the terrain. It's like guesswork really. You're just guessing, you do not exactly know and do everything exactly. So I do not see the point of like really putting that much effort into it. Well, you do have to put effort into it because it's going to be like the thing you're going to work around, but like it's still relatively little compared to other stuff, so I do not see really the main thing about it. So yeah. Ignore that. So this is slowly looking like what it's supposed to be, so this is going to be like another like kind of like relatively far out onshore installation, I guess you could say. So it's like relatively far out into the sea. That's why I'm trying to break most of the sea blocks. Why I used glass? Because I'm not dealing with water. No thanks. And also I think water doesn't do it. Water doesn't do it exactly like what it's supposed to do, I guess you could say. That's why I do not see the point really of like doing water. Oh, this is gonna take so long. This is taking so long. When I was building this, it felt so short. It's like time. It's like, yeah. Okay, now I've done it. Okay, good. So here we're going to install the bunker, and now I've got to sort out the way I'm going to place this, because you know, placing it's kind of the most important. So I'm decided, yeah, that will do fine. Relatively far out, but not too far out, I think. Yeah. Ah, no. Okay, so that also went too far. And no, that one there. And so this one I put like the turning radius, like the turning area is bigger, means it can turn sideways now without, you know, clipping into the wall, because I think that's one of like major problems I've got with like Minecraft walls, like cobblestone wall fences. Or do you call them walls now? Could you call them walls or fences? I got to look at it again. But looking good so far. Okay. And we put that, and that. We fill up that. We move. Now we build roof. Let's build the roof. Let's build the roof. Let's build the roof. Let's build the roof. Actually, now let's think of it, actually. Tanks. Of course, these tanks that we're going to build aren't going to be addressed until like the last few episodes or so, I think, in this series. I don't know. Depending on if this will ever become a series. Because of time. But anyway, so like, I'm thinking like, I can make Abrams tanks. I mean, why not really? No. No. No, this was wrong. No. So, now we're going to just put down the stone floor after what happened. So we're going to put the shield. And this time the shield's going to be set up differently, because it's like, theoretically it would be a 360 degree shield, because like, you know, turning. And anyways, so the main bunkers don't show it because they don't have to turn 360 degrees, and I'm no way going to do it that way anyway, so yeah. Okay. my idea kind of when building the battleship is probably going to be like going like World of Warship, seeking inspiration. That I go to World of Warships, choose my favorite ships that I find look good. Of course, I've got own designs, which I might show sometime. But like, yeah, that will probably look good. And let's see then. I forgot the breach there, but it's still wrong. It should have been bottom and brick slabs, so that one I'll have to repair again. Yeah, so this is now going to do, yeah. This is the reason why it's very hard to do this. And the thing is, you can't do it with world edit, so these things will take time. But like the end result, it's great. The end result looks great, I think, personally. Now, is there lore behind why I put this down? Yeah, it is. The thing is just that the High Command wants it to be more comfortable, you know. Be more like a little bit more fashionable than just slapping on some concrete and saying, okay, you're walking on concrete now. Even though theoretically, in the military view, wouldn't really make that much of a difference, considering that, you know, wood causes splinters. If it, say, hit those wood pieces, it would cause splinters. So, yeah. I guess we have to see that one. Oh god. It's like you can't make any mistakes. You have to do this for quite a long time. Like it goes on. Over there, yeah, over there is the High Command. This is me crouching, playing as if I were in a war. Ah, god, I'm sometimes so embarrassing. And again. Yeah, it's just, I just noticed that I had to put wooden flooring onto the mooring. I think the advantage is that it won't burn. And now I have to light up the whole room. So this is the High Command. As I was saying, this is where now the board's gonna come. And when the board's gonna come, I think I can explain it a little bit more better. Or explain it better. And also show you how it kind of like, it's actually gonna be kind of a good map, you could say. So, let's search for stuff first. See, that's why you cannot use lanterns here. It literally just goes stone. It has to be geometrically correct. Even though it doesn't look great, I think I might have to redo it again. Good, that would be sorting out the lights. Now we've got to... Alright, I forgot. I need my... More space. More space. More space. that will do it. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, no. Let's maybe take the green wall. And then let's take stone buttons as bunkers. And just random stuff. Blue stained glass. Sand maybe under it? No. Let's take lapis lazuli, yes. Let's slap on the lapis lazuli. Yeah. And then we do this. Then we do this. Anyway, so yeah, the wooden slabs are the village, the buttons are the bunker. This is what I would say is a kind of accurate representation of what my building area is. I'm just going to make it nicer now, just like give it a little table design, you know. So let's do that. Now you can kind of like see everything, how it looks like. And now I totally forgot the buttons. So the whole thing is that we need specific buttons to represent specific sides. So I'm going to take the item frame, first and foremost, item frame. And this is where I'm going to like put the sticks. I'm going to get sticks. That's me searching for sticks. Sometimes I just never seem to get it. I just totally forget it's in the miscellaneous bar. But I do get a clock because, you know, time's kind of important. Ooh, good. Come on. You can find it. Just go into the miscellaneous items section, idiot. Yay! We finally see me finding a stick. Yes. No. Okay, that one was big regret. So now I'm going to like search for the buttons. I can't take the warp button because that will turn to stone. I can take the jungle wood the acacia button and the birch button. Red is obviously enemies and white it's just your guys. So yeah, that's the decoy and that's the main attack force. The one in the middle behind is like the navy, I guess you could say. This is kind of like showing the update of what's happening. And yeah, here you'll now see me just placing the enemy. These are moving into the village. As you can see, they're moving into the village. They stormed the bunker on the one side and they're now moving into the village. I just have to move the sticks to make it look like that. And there are some tank divisions which are trying to defend it. And then now there's got to be the more newcomer tanks, which are more like the back, the rear. Now those grey ones are those that you will probably not see, sadly. Well, we'll just have to see and wait because I might get another plot. I might. but we just like show the rest of the tanks like coming in late sort of style. Anyways, here you can see the latecomers and like the new tanks and enemies moving in. Now it's obvious that the enemies don't have that much of advantage, but also I have to tell you that like theoretically, because they came early, overwhelmed one side, and you know, like once you actually dug in and started like done everything, defense becomes kind of easier than attack. So if you get something and you manage to like switch successfully into defense mode, it could theoretically be a good attack. I think a good offense is a good defense, my perspective. But yeah, that's now the war room all done. Still got to do the AA mounts next time. Gonna do it next time. But anyways, so yeah, this is going to be like the war room. This is how it's gonna look like. Of course I'm going to put AA on it and it's gonna look totally different from right now. It's just boring right now, but AO, it fits for the first thing. We still got to put some banners, but that's going to be like the polish video. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time when I finally do this. I think so. Bye.